How's it going, everybody? Welcome back Down to Earth with me, Kristian Harloff. Thanks for being here. The other day, I put the video out about Luna talking about the SCIF flu, and that it seemed like both Mellon and Grush and Lue Elizondo, they got sick all of a sudden, and they couldn't make it to the SCIF. Well, Lue Elizondo, his lawyer, is pushing back on that and saying that's actually not what happened at all. He wasn't sick. Not the case. They didn't give enough time, and frankly, this is not organized. But let me play this. This is from the Disclosure Tonight via Red Panda Koala. And here is the clip out itself, and then we'll talk about our thoughts afterwards. Here it is.
And then I hear this stuff about SCIF FLU, right? SCIF FLU. Now, frankly, and sorry, I'm going to keep going. That's pretty insulting. That's pretty insulting. You know, first of all, you know, I think that was meant as a, you know, sort of a flippant comment, let's say, about, you know, these people had the flu. But I'll tell you, and I'm not going to go into details, but yes, there was some illness there, but Lou wasn't ill. But I mean, just the point is that, and I'm not going to go into health issues, but I would just suggest to you that if somebody did have a health issue, to deride it is ridiculous. Okay, straight up, that is nonsense. Don't treat people like that way. So I'm not happy about that. But then second of all, I mean, you know, it was just nonsense. You know, that whatever SCIF was supposed to happen next, I guess it was last week or whenever it was. From my understanding, I was told that there was 2 days notice given. I mean, if you have to travel from nowhere to DC, it's pretty hard, right? Yeah. And you can't just drop everything. What about your pre-existing calls and commitments and meetings and plans, whether it's with family or with business or other people you promised? You know, that's not the SCIF flu. That is honoring your past commitments to others. Yes, want to go to Congress, but there has to be some mutuality of respect. Yeah. So to be said that there was a SCIF flu is just simply wrong.
Right.
And I don't like that statement, because it suggests that the people were, you know, playing hooky. Nobody was playing hooky. You got to give more than 2 days notice.
Yeah. It's about organization, organizing an event like you put in your tweet 23 hours ago. It should be sent in advance, confirmed, all clearances done, no pulling back. He'll make it, and I'm sure everyone else will make it, but it just has to be scheduled on a time frame that doesn't take into consideration thinking that everybody lives in D.C. and will drop their life and spend whatever it would cost to come to rush to D.C. for it, when it could have been organized, scheduled, and planned accordingly.
It is utterly simple to do this. I mean, the actual process of coordination and security and all of that stuff, you can understand why it takes a minute. I get that. So that's fine. But, you know, but to cancel somebody on a meeting, right? To cancel a meeting on somebody at the last minute, literally people have landed and they're like, well, what do we do? Right? And then to later say, weeks later, oh, we gave you a day and a half, 2 days worth of notice. Can you be there? You know, and when you say, no, I just can't, that's not convenient. I've got these other things going on. I mean, you know, when they're paying their own way. And even if, you know, look, I just think this is not the way to do things. Right. So that's, you know, so I find that frankly, not a positive way I mean, really, the opposite is true, you know, in that sense. And frankly, I don't know. I want to be clear. I'm not saying that, you know, Congress has any conspiracy or they're trying not to hear things, or you know, the community always goes exactly to the other side of the ship, and, you know, the ship starts turned to the other way. It's not true. I think they want to get the information.
Okay. This is why we always say, you know, you got to hear both sides for sure. I'm going to start with the negative first on what I think it's Ivan Hannel, I think is the name. I'm going to start with the negative first. You can't be doing interviews like this as Lue Elizondo's lawyer with a neon UFO in the background and an alien plushie in the background and a big old cat head. You can't. Who cares? It takes it. I think it pushes a little bit more of a stigma than anything else too. Look at the UFO lawyer. That kind of stuff. It's like, come on, you know, you're doing an interview. Shift the camera to the right, just for this one. I don't mind you have it up. And I get it. You're an enthusiast. It's why you want to be part of this. Great. Shift it. Anyway, But that's really the majority of the negative stuff I'm going to say about what nothing really negative about what he said, because if all of this is true, and then you got to hear the other side of it too, you got to ask Luna and the rest of them, did they give Lue more than 2 days notice? Would they come back and go, that's simply not the case? We put this out about 2 weeks ago, said, here are the arrangements. Here's your flight information. We got it settled. We'd like to see you come in here. This is where we need you to be in here. And then, if he doesn't show up, then you go, well, wait a minute. If this is all true, 2 days notice, and from the way that he's making it seem like they're making the people who are coming in for the skiff pay for their flights and everything too. What? They fly journalists out to set visits to movies. You're not going to pay for your people that you want information for. This is where the budget side of it comes in. You don't have a budget to fly these people in. What are we talking about? I don't know. Again, don't know if this is true. Don't know if that's the case, but it seems like 2 days and you drop everything, plus you got to pay for your way here. I'd get the SCIF FLU too at that point. I'm like, wait a minute, you want to hear what I have to say? You want to hear what the information I'm going to give you? You don't give me enough time to figure out all the other stuff I'm going to do. You're not paying me to be there. You're making me pay to be there. I have other opportunities and things too. I'll give you all the information. We should be talking. But you guys need to organize this better. If that's the case, they're in the right. And I know Lue's been under fire for a lot of stuff recently, and a lot of stuff that I think he should be under fire for, whether or not that picture and other things too. But I don't care if it's Lue. I don't care if it's Mel. I don't care if it's anybody. If you don't give somebody enough notice, it's like this should be the priority. And this is one of the things where you've heard time and time again how disorganized government in general is. Not just about this topic. Government in general. It should scare the crap out of you that it is so disorganized, because in your head, when you're a kid and you're growing up and you think about government, you're like, well, they have everything planned out. They have all the structure. They have all the money in the world. They have all these different things. They don't have anything figured out. It's a mess. Like anything else, it's a mess. So I tend to actually believe this, but I would like to get a follow-up, right? This is why I do wish I had I wish I had that kind of access also, that Matt Laszlo, who does a tremendous job. Tremendous. One of the best, if not the best. But Matt, I know you watch the show sometimes. Next time you get Luna in the you get an interview with her, say, hey, Ivan Hannel said that you guys didn't give Lue enough notice. 2 days. Comment on that. And then I want to hear if she says that's simply not the case. We had this thing set up for weeks, and then within a couple hours before we were supposed to have it, then they cancel. Well, then the finger's going to be pointed at both Ivan and Lue, going, what do you guys are lying. That's not the case. But this is also another problem, because as Ivan says at the end there, which is good to hear, he's like, I'm not telling you that I think that this is the government not trying to get their, the information. I think they want to get the information. I think they're trying to get the information. They're just doing it poorly. They're just doing it in a way that just isn't working. And they need to be organized, and they can't just expect people to drop things like that, which I agree with. This should be if it's not here's the other thing too, and this is, I've quoted this quote maybe more than any other quote since doing this show, of George Knapp saying they are better at their jobs than we are at ours. It certainly seems the people that have been holding these secrets and holding it tight to the vest, the private companies and all that, are way more organized. Way more organized. You got to look at it like the Empire and the Rebellion. Way more organized and more money. Organization and money is going to beat you every time. If you're doing candy shop stuff like this, if this is indeed the case, how do you expect to get any victories? You need to bring someone on that is going to well organize this thing, put it all together, and run it like it's $1 billion business. And yeah, and the thing that really blew me away the most out of this is the fact that they may not actually be paying for these people to fly in and put them up. What? What are you talking about? Even if it's got to come out of your pocket. What are you talking about? Here's the flight. Here it is. Like, oh, well, we want you to be part of this. Book your flight 2 days and, wherever hotel you got to stay at, and they don't pay for you? That's ridiculous. On so many levels, ridiculous. Ridiculous. You're part of this you're the heads of this organization, and right now it's trying to get to the bottom of it. You do everything in your power to get these people there, and you give them enough notice. It's one of those, we might have a hearing. When? Soon. Probably not in a week. Probably in a month. It could be a year. We don't know. And I get it's clearances and other things too. But look, I've been an advocate for the way that these people are kind of going after it, but you have to be organized. You have no chance. You have no chance, because it's one thing to say, look, we can't get the budget behind this thing because it's still got the stigma behind it. People aren't going to put the resources into it. We don't have the public funding the way that some of these companies do. We have to do with what we have. I get it. There's only so much you can do about that. There's only so much you can do. But the organization of it, And I know budget goes into hotels and everything too. Figure it out. Figure it out. Find a different way and figure it out. Find a way to start to get funding for this stuff. Because this, if this is indeed the case, is a disaster. Put your thoughts in there, guys. What do you think? Are you on the same page with me? Opposite page? What say you? Really want to hear what you are thinking about this. Because like I said, I know that Lue is a polarizing figure, but I don't really think this is about Lue. This is about anybody that they want to have come in there and talk. And it goes back to what Lakatsky said about that last hearing. And what Lakatsky had said about that last hearing was that most whistleblowers aren't going to want to do this because they're not protected. They don't feel protected. The last hearing seemed highly disorganized. And everybody was out for themselves in that thing. You are never going to win those victories. You will never win those victories. You are dead in the water. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Put your thoughts in there. Let me know about these comments from Ivan. Are you same page, not same page? Should he get rid of that neon thing in the background? Should he just shift his chair over to the right? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. We are almost at 50,000 subscribers. We hope that you join us on that journey to 100. Please hit that button. The other thing is, if you want to keep us going, you want to stay on the air, the way to do that is support the channel. How? Get something for yourself. And what better thing to get than Vaia? Told you about Vaia a million times over. I'll tell you about them again, and I'll see you here soon. Bye. I get very excited every time I get a chance to talk about Vaia. Man, I love Vaia. 420, it's right around the corner. There's no better time to elevate your wellness routine, whether you want to relax, recharge, refocus. Vaia has the perfect lineup for you. If you haven't tried them yet, you're really missing out. I've been telling you about them for months. They are the best. I use them all the time. The sleep gummies, oh my God. I'm telling you. I just told my buddy Chris about them. He's going to get them soon. Whether you need to unwind, refocus, boost your mood, Vaia is here to enhance your everyday and night. It's trusted by over 500,000 happy customers. Vaia is changing the game in natural wellness, blending powerful, high-quality hemp-derived ingredients to deliver real, effect-driven benefits. Whether you're looking to sleep better, that's me, have better libido, improve focus, recover, or simply relax, Vaia has a tailored solution just for you. With products ranging from 0 to high cannabinoid levels, Vaia lets you fully customize your experience to fit your needs. Doesn't matter what you're looking to support. It could be your daily wellness routine, enhance focus and clarity, or unwind with deep relaxation. Vaia has you covered. I wonder if you wonder, what do I do? Where do I go? Where do I start? Take Vaia's product finder quiz to get personalized recommendations tailored to your needs. It can take less than 60 seconds to complete. So if you're 21 and over, treat yourself to Vaia's annual Spring 420 sale, Black Friday level savings up to 35% site-wide right now, up to 50% off packs and bundles, and get a free gift and more savings with your first order using our exclusive code DTE at the link in our description. Plus, enjoy free shipping on orders over $100. Vaia.